Tēnā koe, a Jay, kei huri no tātou, kua tai mai nei, ki te tautoko te kaupapa o te wā, arā, ko te akonga me whakapākiritanga o tō tātou reo rangatira. Nō reira, kia whakatina tātou, ki te kōrero Māori ia rā, ki te ako, he kupu hou, ia rā. Ka pai? Nō reira, tēnā koutou Māori Oroki o tātou katoa. Ko Nongataha, ko nā toki mata whaorua, waka, ko manaia te maunga, ko whangarei te riringa ora, te moana, ko Patuhara Keke, te hāpū, ko Ngāti Wai te iwi, he nā pui nui tonu, ko Rawiri Pitman tōku ingoa, kei Rotorua tōku kāinga e nai nei. Nō reira, Māori Oroki a tātou katoa.
Kia ora. Morena koutou, ko Tararua ngā pai maunga, ko Manawatū te awa, ko Kura Haupo te waka, ko Mua Upoko te iwi, ko Ngāti Hine te hapu, ko Kawi te marae, ko Jay Harpney taku ingoa.
Kia ora.
Ko Jacob Morris tōku ingoa. I don't have my pipi on me, so can't remember it.
Kia ora.
Rita mai te ao. So, morena, ko Rowena ahau, ko Nongotaha toke maunga, ko te Rotorua nui, Kahimata Moenoi toke moana, ko Utawina, toku awa, ko Tunu Hopu, toku marae, ko Ngāti Whakaue toku hapu, ko Te Arawa toku iwi, ko Te Arawa toku waka, ko Rotorua ahau.
Kia ora.
Ko Tongariro toku maunga, ko Ngāti Tūwharetua toku iwi, ko Hekairo toku hapu, ko Te Arawa toku waka, ko Taupo toku moana, ko Karina toku ingoa.
Kia ora.
Kia ora koutou. Ko Tainui te waka, Tainui te iwi, ko Taupiri te maunga, ko Waikato te awa, ko Ngāti Maniopoto no Uriahau, I te taho tōku papa, ko Aitutaki te Enua, ko Kuki Airani, ko Andrew Strickland tōku ingoa. Kia ora.
Kia ora whānau, ko Tisa taku ingoa, ko Te Arawa te waka, ko Thomas Kapua te rangatira, ko Ngāti Ruarangi te taunga, ko Rotorua te whenua, ko Hurunga te runga te marae, ko Ngāti Whakaue te hapu, ko Nongotaha te maunga, ko Te Ina te awa, ko Rotorua te moana, ko Hiriaka taku whānau.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
So, to those who haven't got this book here, I've I've got a couple coming for you fellas. I've got my friend to print up. So in here, I've put down a quick sequence, a template, or whatever you want to do it. People say to me, so why do you got to the waka first? Because that's the first thing we come on, eh? The next thing is a maunga, because the next thing that you see is a maunga. And then the awa. And you can move it around, it doesn't matter which area, but I just put it in the sequence that I believe is where to start. And then you finish with my name right at the end. Right at the end. And yeah, so if you look at that, did I give you one of these books?
No.
Okay, so it's 3 of them. Okay, so I'm going to give you one of these books. And it just gives you an outline, eh?
Yeah, mine's missing that page, so.
Is it? It's
Yeah,
right
yeah.
down the front, isn't it?
No, it's not. Well,
Not
it's
there. Okay. It must be an updated, I'll have to use an updated
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's 4,
Oh,
okay.
sure.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
Oh, you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on a different page. Right? Okay, so it basically says, "Anei toku pipia kia mohi o a koutou ko wai a hau." What it's really saying is, here's my pipia, so you will know who I am. Okay, so you can use that whenever you want to use it. So if you go onto the marae, you'll hear them. The first thing they'll mention is the creator of all things. That's the first thing they'll do. Then they'll go on and they'll start talking about others, like people, whether they've gone or whether they, and then after that it's all the people that are there, and then right at the end they'll say their pipiha, tell them who you are. Yeah, okay, so you tell them who you are. So there's a sequence in especially for the guys that go on the marae, there's a sequence or protocol of a series of steps to take. Kia boy? And we're going to learn a little bit about going onto the marae and things like that. Okay, and yeah. I don't know whether you've been on a marae where first time I'll tell you the first time I went on a marae, because I didn't know anything about it. Even though I used to go on a marae, but I used to sneak in the back door, you know, when we were kids. We were told to go away. We should have been there learning, but we used to go away. But anyway, when I went on the first time, the proper way, under the waharoa, I didn't even know the protocol there, eh? You know, we're all standing there, and I said, "What's happening?" And I found out a lot of other people don't know what's happening. But there was a lady, the kai karanga, who was standing on the marae in front of the whare nui, and she was standing there. And I said, "What's she doing?" And I found out she's waiting for us to get ready to come under the waharoa, eh? You know, because all of us were all mucking around outside. And this is what happens when a lot of us, because we don't know the protocol, is when we go onto marae, we see that lady standing there. She'll stand there all day until we're ready. Okay? She's not going to say, "Hurry up to you fellas." It's up to us that are coming on the manuhiri, coming onto the marae, to get ourselves sorted out. So when there's a lady there, we put the children and the women and the children in front and the men behind. Okay? Now, if there's a warrior standing out in there, okay, which a lot of us, I've faced one of them one time, but us men had to go in front and the women behind. Okay? Because the men are meant to protect the woman. Okay, that's the whole concept that they've got of it. So that's something to remember when you go onto a marae.
In that instance, should all the men shift to the front at that point?
Yeah, basically all the men will shift to the front. Yeah, and then the woman and the children will follow.
Depending on if it's a man or a woman.
Yeah, if there's a warrior standing there with the taiha, you know, you men have to face him, not the woman. Okay, but if there's a lady calling the karanga, you know, kai karanga, ladies and the children go first. Yeah. Right? So that's why we face, when you're on the pai, you know, you have the manuhiri on one side and have the haukainga on the other side, the tangata whenua. That's normally the men in front, eh? Because they're protecting the woman will sit behind them. Just in case there's abuse thrown across, you know, in Te Reo Māori. And they go, hey, you know, we're meant to be protecting our women. You know, why? Because they give life, eh? They have our children. Yeah, it's very important. Because if we didn't have them, our whakapapa wouldn't you know, it would come to a standstill. So that was just a little thought I had about when we go into marae. Okay, just be ready. There's 3 things you need to know when you're standing under the waharoa. Okay, number 1, who's going to be the kai kōrero? What's our waiata? And have we got a koha to give to these people here, you know? Those are probably the three things you need to know, you know? So you can, okay. So somebody needs to speak for us. We need to know waiata so we can all, you know, sing together. Okay? So you're prepared when you go in there, you know, and say, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we prepare ourselves outside the gate. Yeah, 'cause a lot of people don't, eh? They don't know. And sometimes only one person does everything. You know, instead of all of us, because we're all manahiri, we all join together. Yeah. So it's, yeah. Ka pai? We all rely on one person to do it, you know, to get more willingly take the cup of tea and the cream cakes. So we all need to do it together, you know. Yeah. It's all about together. Ka pai? So, yeah, those are just some thoughts I had on my mind about going. Because I didn't know, until I actually was taught. You know, and I was taught by Te Arawa how to do it, you know. And, yeah, ka pai. So, mahi kāinga. Okay, here we go. Okay, we had some mahi kāinga. I te rā wiki. Okay. You and I are eating. You and I are eating.
Kei te tai maua.
You and I are eating.
Kaua.
Okay?
Kei te
Anyone else?
Kei te kai tāua.
Kei te kai taua. Okay? So remember the pattern is the time tense markers, which is kei te, then the mahi kāinga, which is kai, and then the pronoun, okay? Pronoun which is taua. In this case it's taua, okay? Kei te kai taua. Okay? You and Teresa are going to the gym. You and Teresa are going to the gym. So you're looking at two people. Okay, you and Teresa are going to the gym.
I say gym.
Oh.
I say exercise.
Anyone?
Kei te... Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Oh, yeah. I've got kei te haere korua ki te whare oma. The gym.
Uma, or whare kina.
So what's gym? Uma.
Whare kina is one of...
Kina.
Whare kina. Yeah, kina is sport, eh? You'll hear it mentioned on the TV quite a bit.
My kids watching Takaro tribe, they do kurikuri tinana.
Yeah, kuri.
So whare.
Yeah, kuri.
So what was it, Kei te...
Kei te haere maua.
Kei te haere korua. Now, I've had it in Teresa too, eh? Kei te haere korua ko Teresa. So if you, kei te haere korua, so is it kei te haere korua ko Sky? Okay?
It's
Ki te whare,
you and Teresa going to the gym.
you and Teresa, like you're pointing at two people over there. Eh? You and
You and Teresa are going to the gym.
you, yeah, or you and Andrew are going. You know, you two. So it's korua is you and someone else. You and someone else. Got one? So how would you answer that? How would you say I? Teresa and I are going.
Ai, kei te haere maua. Maua ko Teresa. Ki te whare kuri tinana.
Yeah.
Whare what?
Kuri tinana.
Oh, it's another one. Say for gym too. For workout.
The house of exercising.
Whare.
Kuri tinana. Or kuri tinana sometimes.
Kei te māwiwi ia ko tōku mama I tēnei rā.
Oh, yeah. Can you say it again?
Kei te māwiwi ia tōku mama Was
There's
that?
kei te mawiri,
Ia
tōku,
ko...
no, they don't
Oh.
put ear in there, tōku
yeah.
mama.
Oh, yeah, tōku mama. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Or can I
His
say
mother's-
ia ko Millie?
Uh,
If you're wondering who I'm talking about.
just Millie,
Yeah.
we all know her as Millie.
Oh, Millie. Yeah.
Kei te mawiri a Millie.
Oh, yeah, kei te mama.
Hey,
Millie.
i tēnei rā.
Yeah, sometimes I make it way too complicated in my head.
Yeah. I'm sick today.
His mum, Millie. So anyway, it's kei te haere kōrua ko Teresa. Kei te haere kōrua ko Sky, kei te haere kōrua ko Jake, you know?
And you do the same with like Coco, then it'd be called blood.
Yeah. So with Koto, you add one more person on there, okay? So you go kei te haere kōrua ko Andrew, ko Jess, Jess ko Rawiri, ki te whareha kina.
So when we're saying you and Teresa are going to the gym, we're saying kei te haere korua,
Ko Teresa.
korua ko Teresa.
Yeah.
Korua ko Teresa.
Ki te whare.
Ki te whare hatina kina.
You can use whatever whare as long as you can, people can understand what you're talking about, eh? Whare what? We know you're going to do a whare.
Somewhere they
So a lot of gyms are a lot different, eh? Like today, like a gym is you can have weights and all that in there in the gym, but also you can have a court, an indoor basketball court in there. So it now becomes a whare hākina kina because it's all sports in there, eh? Too. Okay. Like the what's the name down at the sports drone? The sports that's a whare hākina kina. Why? Because they have all sports inside there, you know. So it's sort of different kind of gym if it's just solely
sports.
sports and all, but if it's
Gymnasium would be
just
better.
depends what's got in the gym, you know. Whether
More the
what-
gymnasium would be the workout gym, you reckon?
Well, it can be there'll be more like your one, you know, to do with the tinana, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, so if it's just solely for doing exercises and there's no other sporting things in there, then I would go this one. But if it's got a mixture like that, the sports drone down there, I would go whare hākina kina because the sports and everything is in there, you know.
Oh,
Is that point?
yeah. Makes sense.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So you can use it for whatever. Yeah. You know, because people are going to go, oh, I don't think that's right. But if you can explain to them that this is where we just do body exercise, so it's got to do with our team, no? So I use this one, but if I'm going down there, it's whare hākina kina because it's sports. Yeah, come on. You just got to think about it, eh? Come on.
Yep, ka pai.
Yeah. So what you're saying is not wrong. Look, we're going to a whare. You just put another extra little bit on you. So, anyway, what's our next question?
Winston and Millie are at school.
Oh, yes.
Winston and Millie are in school.
Yes. Winston and Millie are at school. Tāpai, here we go. They're at school right now. Anyone want to go?
Kei te kura au Winston. Aua ko Millie.
Ka pai, because we're talking about them, eh? We're not talking to them, we're talking about them. Those are people to rawa. Ka pai, yeah.
What was it? Kei te
Kei te kura.
Yeah.
Kei te kura. So I said to you, kei hea koe, and you can say, oh, kei te kura. Kei hea koe.
Kei te kura.
Kei rotorua.
Millie and rawa ko Winston. Oh, is that right? Kei te kura.
Yeah.
Kei te kura, oi. You're at school. Kei te kura. If somebody asks you kei hea koe and you're at school, you go kei te kura. Ka pai?
Kei te kura and
If you're,
Oh, no, so the next one is and then you name them.
if you're downtown, what would you say? Kei te
What's the
Oh.
Rawa, Rawa, and that's the one
Ka
next
pai?
to it.
So you
Cool.
just put down Okay, the reason why sometimes we have kei Rotorua, kei whakatāne, kei kirikiri roa, and instead of saying kei te. Okay, this is the reason why. Anything that's a movable object or movable, you say kei te. Like a school's a movable, eh? Kei te kura. It's a movable thing. Which kura? Oh, see? It can be any kura. But when you say kei Rotorua, there's only one Rotorua. It cannot be moved. It's kei kirikiri roa, Hamilton. Okay? It's the fixed places that you cannot move. Okay? So anything that's immovable, it will just be kei Rotorua, ki Rotorua, I Rotorua. Okay? It's not kei te. Okay?
Yep.
Does that make sense? Anything
Is it
that's
because KT is like a doing thing too?
it's a
or-
movable.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anything that's movable. Okay? Kei te kura, kei te whare hākina, kei te okay? Kei te taone, it could be any town. Any town can be moved. Kia pai? So that's the reason why. So one's immovable, one you can't move, one can move. Kia pai? That's the reason why they do it. Kia pai? That's why we say kei Rotorua or kei te haere hau ki Rotorua. Don't say ki te. Kia pai? It's immovable. It's stuck there. Okay? A lot of things that can be moved, it's kei te. Kia pai? Or ki te, depending on the what's it. Okay? Right. Right, kōrero, eh?
There's one more if you wanted to do it.
Oh, what is
me
it?
and
One more?
Anaru are singing.
Oh yes, that's right.
Me and Anna who were singing.
Yeah. Me and Anaru are singing. Or Anaru and I are singing. I put the me in there because that was a hint.
Ki te waiata māua, ko Anaru.
Kia pai. I put the me, I put the me in there so you guys had a bit of a,
So, me and Anna who were singing.
yeah. Kei te waiata,
Okay, te waiata maua ko Anaru.
kia pai.
Is it ki te waiata or ki waiata?
No, you already said waiata at the
What did I
beginning.
say?
We're singing,
Did I
yeah.
say that? Oh, yeah, ki te, oh, sorry.
You don't have to repeat it again.
Kei te
Okay.
waiata maua ko Anaru.
That's it. Good.
That's it?
Yeah.
So what happens if me and who was it? Anaru. If Anaru and I were at school singing. Okay?
Yeah.
Now you can add something onto the end of that. See?
Ko te waiata māua ko Anaru ki te kura.
Okay? Now let's have a little look at, yeah, you're just about right. It's ki is a movement.
I te kura.
I te kura. That word I there isn't a time tense marker. That little word there has got about 5 or 6 different meanings. It means if, when, at, on, in. That one little word there. So like, I'll give you a little example. Okay, like, okay, you might phone me up and say, kei hea koe. And I'll say, oh, kei te kainga. Now, I could be inside the house or outside the house. I'm still at home. See what I mean? Kei te haere hau, kei hea koe? Oh, kei te kainga. I'm at home. Kei hea? Oh, kei roto I te whare. Yeah. See, they want to know a bit more than, yeah, are you in the house or are you outside the house? Yeah. Or, kei waho? I te whare. Ka pai? So, ki is a movement. I is at. Okay? I is at something. So if somebody said, kei hea koe, I say, kei te tipu, i te tipu. Kei te noho a hau i te tipu. I'm at the table. I'm sitting at the table. Good point. Kei te noho a hau i te tipu. Sitting at the table. So that little word I there can mean at, when, with, okay, in, on. Good point.
What was that last question, that last sentence that you just sort of threw in there? Do you remember what you just finished saying there? And I know we were singing at school, was that the last?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how do
i te kura. I te kura.
And that's at school, speaking at school.
So that'd be
So what about, okay. What about if you and Anadu are singing in Rotorua? Okay, just think about this. In Rotorua, we're at Rotorua.
Would it be K or no?
There's no wrong answer to separate. Karawhio.
Kei roto I Rotorua.
Or you can go, no, you just go K Rotorua or I Rotorua at. Okay, either one is either at. Okay. If it's right now, because they know straight away that the kei te, when you say kei te waiata hau, it's happening right now. Kei te waiata hau, kei te waiata, what is it, maua? Yeah, kei te waiata maua ko Anadu I Rotorua. Because the K right at the beginning there sets it all up. Okay? Okay?
So can it be I Rotorua or Ki Rotorua?
That's it.
I. That's all.
Just I Rotorua because you're at.
At.
You're not going to, okay? So I'm gonna
And Ki is going to.
okay?